How's it going, everybody? I am Preston Johnson. Welcome to Last Word Cheetah, brought to you by Bets TV.
That's a general philosophy.
That's exactly right. You're a fish. Qwan, by the way, my producer, Qwan Young, doing a good job. He'll be taking the calls. How you doing today, bud?
Hey, man, how are you?
We appreciate you guys tuning in. Welcome to the show, Bets TV, bringing you Last Word Cheetah. Welcome back to Last Word Cheetah. It's Friday, man. I'm excited. Qwan, what the heck? Hold on. Can you change the camera? Hurry. Move the camera. Look, Qwan showed up. By the way, this show's brought to you by Bets TV. We're in the studios. Bets TV. All right, we've done it plenty of times. 661-515-BETS. We'll take your calls. We'll talk over the weekend bets. Today we got NBA, World Series, whatever you want. But Qwan showed up in a Spider-Man outfit today. Just walked through the door, and now it's half off. Go on shirts and skins. I got dibs on shirts. It's hard out here. You're trying to put the IFB and the mic through. Look. You've been working out lately, I know. Yeah, I'm not sure how long it's going to take you, but it just was not what I was anticipating when I was like, all right, show's starting, and then like tunnel vision to the left. We got half Spider-Man naked, Qwan. Look, are you partying tonight? Like, what's the deal? Or are you guys, you can't even turn the mic on. Like, this is a disaster. Can people hear you at all? I've been talking to you as if they could, and I actually just realized I don't know.
Okay, here we go. We got coaching afterwards, and then there's a party for the hookup, the whole shebang-a-bang tomorrow. So after our kickball team gets washed without me, I'm going to show up in my Spider-Man outfit.
Okay, so the kickball game isn't like you have to dress up in a costume?
No. It's
You're going to miss it because you have the under-9 flag football game?
Yeah.
Got it. By the way, your 6.5-point favorites total moved up from 23.5 to 24.5. Yeah, we had some sharp action over. So just wanted to throw that out there. People were asking in the Discord last night, which, by the way, I gave away $500 to some random people. I know the Discord numbers increased. I decided I should tweet out the link after the last month. Yeah, hadn't actually mentioned it before, other than the key 60 of you that are always listening to the show. You're already in there. Anyways, gave away some cash. We've been on a nice little run, so decided to pub it out a little bit. Regardless, we set the line, but people were wondering if they could use that as their bet for today. Someone wanted the alt line, girls team -6, 4-1. So they're basically selling 13 points. Who's the guy that's JM?
That's James.
-V?
Oh, yeah, he was about to get smoked.
I think it was
taking all
Jamie.
that KBO money.
We'll see. He's going to probably call today, so we'll find out. Oh, he's already on. We can go ahead and put Hunter through. Just wanted to throw it out there. Totals 24.5. You guys are laying the 6.5. Hunter, what's up, man? How are you doing on this lovely Friday?
Not too bad, man. How about yourself?
The same. Things are good. I got a kid's trunk or treat party tonight and some other adult Halloween party. I'm not I'm getting sidetracked, Hunter. I apologize, but I'm pretty introverted when it comes to making myself look like a fool. I would never be doing what Qwan's doing right now, which is wearing a Spider-Man costume in public, let alone half of it off on air. But I gotta figure out what I'm wearing tonight and try to fit in with everyone else while I'm sweating games on my phone. Regardless, what is it that you're going to lock in for today or for the weekend? What are you looking at?
I'm going for Altuve to get 2 home runs today.
Oh, gosh. Hold on. Got to pull my phone out, pull this one up. Is that?
Should we throw up the leaderboard just so everybody can see?
Yeah. Look, people have been crushing lately that I think the overall aggregate of callers have to be up pretty high. I know you said there's a bunch of negative balances.
Yeah.
That happens, but to have 3 people up above 15 units this month now, and then a bunch there that are still plus. I mean, my guess is that as a callership, they're ahead. They're in the green.
I think
black.
When I look, somebody asked in Discord, we were at plus 23 units as an entire group. That was
there you go.
Big B hit, so it's probably close to 30 or something.
Fantastic. All right, so I'm looking, Hunter, right now. Where is it that you saw a price or saw that offered? I'm just curious.
I bet now. I got it at plus 2,400.
Plus 2,400. Interesting.
Yep.
So I'm going to. You wanted Altuve to hit 2 or more homers.
Yep.
Hold on. So at DraftKings, there's only 1 homer. What about this? I trust you that you got that price. Would you consider, though, or maybe it's not enough for you to actually win, Altuve at 9-1 to hit the first homer, or is he further behind?
He's at like
I'm
-1,
way
I
further
think.
behind.
Okay, then let's go 2 homers for Altuve, 24-1. We'll lock it in. We'll give you that
I can
price.
send a picture on the Discord if you want.
Done. Do that. I appreciate that.
Cool. Yep, I'll
All
do
right,
that. And then we'll
lock it in.
All right, man.
All
Have
right.
a
Good luck
day.
today. See ya.
Yes, sir.
We got Mike in New Jersey.
What's up, Mike? How you doing?
Good, how are you?
I am doing well. Let's see what you got for the weekend. What are you going with?
Well, the game I really like this weekend, not to watch, but to bet on, is the Washington football team versus the Broncos.
Yeah, definitely don't
And
watch that.
No, definitely not. I like the football team side.
Hold on.
I think,
You want the points, right?
well, that's not going to be my bet for the weekend just because I need to catch up.
Okay. So you're just saying you like that.
Yeah, so I'm just saying, like, if I were to make, a reasonable pick, it would have been the football team. I think they're not that bad of a team. They lost to the Packers by 14 last week, but we all saw what Heineke did at the goal line. And the teams they've lost to, I mean, they've lost to the Bills, the Chargers, the Chiefs, the Packers, and the Saints. It's not a bad group of teams.
And it's worth mentioning
So,
they got steamed pretty hard last week against the Packers. Like, it went from 10 down to, I think, as low as 7.5 or 8, depending on the shop. And now it's like, all right, now they're getting 3.5 against the Broncos. I kind of think it's a good spot to just go back right at them. And like you said, one of the easiest teams or weakest teams they've played yet this year.
Yeah, so that's going to be my favorite play for the weekend. But for my pick, I'm going to make the leaders sweat until the end of this month.
I forgot to look
I'm
at
going
golf.
to take the last touchdown scorer in the Cowboys-Vikings game. So they have to watch the entire game all night to know if they're
That's
going
so
to
good.
win.
That's great.
All right, I'm pulling it up. What's the price or the player that you want?
I'm going to take Alexander Madison at 35-1 to score the last touchdown in the game. And it could work a couple of ways. Dak plays, Cowboys blow him out. Vikings have the backups in. Madison, very capable runner. Or the other way around, Dak doesn't play. Vikings are blowing out the Cowboys. Backups are in. They run out the clock in the fourth quarter. Madison runs it in. Everyone on the leaderboard shrieks, and I just swoop in and steal the money.
Is this a Sunday night game?
Yeah, it's the late game.
Oh, yeah.
It's literally like during Halloween, people will be sweating on their phones while their kids are trick or treating. And Mike's got them all. Yeah,
on Monday morning. They're
I
gonna
love
have
it.
to call it to work. They're gonna be up so late.
I had to sweat it for last word Cheetah prize pool of October. All right, man. 35
The
to
best
1.
part is the bet's never dead too. It's always alive. As long as Madison's there, you have to watch till the very end. So
It is true.
do it.
All right, man. We will talk to you later. Enjoy your weekend.
You too.
I got something in my eye.
I love it. That's a spike pick. I love it.
It's probably. I mean, he's kind of thinking it through to just like mess with everyone. But sorry, guys. It's like something is in my eye. I'm like, it's like giving my eyes are watering. Now I got like feel like I got allergies or something.
Okay.
He's not wrong and by the way, like because the Dak's questionable. Like we saw that line moving a bunch yesterday, and I was like, why was it moving? Like while we were on the show. Well, now he might not even play. Vikings are laying 3. The plus 2.5 from Monday is long gone, obviously. But if it's Cooper Rush, like I don't know, maybe the Vikings do have it in control and they just have their backup in the fourth, and he runs one in. It's possible for sure. All right, who's up next?
We got Jamie in Atlanta.
All right, Jamie, that was you that wanted to lay the alt line, right? Am I making that up?
Yeah, I was just joking. But if I was taking a leaderboard pick and the only game I could take was Qwan's U9 football game, that would be my pick.
Understood. It's all good. We respect it. We'll know that you had a hypothetical alt line when they lose by 14 or whatever it is.
Yeah, exactly. Coach Qwan gets thrown out of the game for arguing a call. The trick play goes horribly wrong, gets taken back to the house by the girls. They were up 7. They house it late. I can see it already. Maybe I should lock that in. I've got the game script written out already.
You do, but you still want to try to win the month, I think, is what I'm sensing.
I do. I'm in Atlanta, 2 miles from the stadium. I actually just walked outside to go for a walk while I was talking to you guys, and it's pouring, absolutely pouring. So that's
under 1.5.
2 home runs, it's ugly. What's the first 5 tie?
I mean, probably not enough for whatever it is you're trying to do. How much is he back, Qwan? Do you know?
I'm even, but I got 4 plus 2 or 300 plays locked in.
Oh, that's right. They've been piling up.
Locking them all in.
I'm looking
I'm gonna look.
It's like a 3-way line on first 5 innings that there's a tie.
Yeah.
I'm not seeing it on
Sometimes
DraftKings, at least. I can check FanDuel.
pulling up. Yeah, I'll see if I can pull them up too. I was starting to pull it up, and then my phone wasn't working because it's raining so hard.
Yeah, he's about even. 0.2.
Yeah, right. He said you're about even.
Yeah. I'm coming for you guys. Take all these long shots. Drop down to 9 units.
By the way,
Jamie
to hit
Houston
2
with
plus
5 plus
home runs on
200.
Altuve at FanDuel is 35-1, so we can give Hunter a better price than the one he had at his local shop. I'm not seeing 3-way tie.
All right.
Oh, wait.
That's all right.
I just clicked first half. Nope. Yeah, nothing.
Yeah, actually, my books don't have it either. That's fine. All right. Well, we talked about this game earlier, so I'll just go this way.
Okay.
Give me Boston College. They finally hit +7, so I bet it. Trust my numbers. But give me Boston College to win by for +475.
We missed it.
You got cut out right on to win by how much?
Oh shoot,
7?
1 to 6. Yeah, 1 to 6.
Oh, right in that pocket. Got it. Okay.
Yeah, I couldn't find an alt line unless you could give me one.
They just don't go up
But
that
the
high
highest
unless you're
alt line-
using
Yeah, they don't go
Bovada.
up that high. Yeah.
I like that one though.
but I
That's a
found
good.
that
That's a
one.
good shot.
Yeah. Boston College win by 1 to 6 +475 is what I saw.
Sounds good. We'll give you that one.
All right. Thanks, guys. Go
All right,
Braves.
man. Yep. Enjoy the games. Take care.
Thanks.
I forgot to look at the Bermuda, by the way. Did you know that our friend Patrick Reed
Yeah.
is no longer in the top 15? He's 16th.
Yeah. Tom's on hold. I asked him how he was doing. He said he's about 5 back.
Yep. Bunch of people crushed today. There was someone that went 9 under, Taylor Pendrith, today alone.
Yeah.
Someone else was 7 under today, Patrick Rogers. They're the 2 that are tied up top.
You see Danny Willett or Danny Willett?
He's tied for 106th, 5
Danny
over.
McCarthy?
The Fitzpatrick guy, he's 3 under, so in the mix-ish.
That's Tom Davis.
The Christian,
Beeson Hut.
not Pizza Hut, but the
Same thing.
Bazudenhout, -3. He's 3 under.
That's Vic B.
That would be what's interesting about these is now he's in the mix, but also he probably has a loser.
Yeah.
And maybe there's some other stuff pending over the weekend, so they have to calculate that before their plays today. Just Throwing it out there. All right, who's up next?
We got Nick in Iowa.
All right, Nick, what's up, man? How are you doing?
Hey, doing good. And I just got to say, major respect to Mike for that play for the last TD on Sunday night, because it literally just got me thinking. And now I started looking at what games are on December 31st and everything like that. So I started looking it up just for New Year's Eve.
That'd be horrible.
Everyone's going to be doing that. That's going to be like the routine end of month needle for all of the participants. Yeah, it was clever. I liked it.
Yeah,
right.
There is actually college football playoff on New Year's Eve this year, actually, which is kind of interesting. But yeah, anyways, but for today, so we got to take another money line shot because obviously a couple people are going to hit these, and so the winners, I'm assuming, going to be up there pretty darn good. So I'm thinking I need a dog money line that's going to be, honestly, probably around the 3 TD range at this point. I'm going to just hopefully win 2 of my 3 money lines.
Should I just give you the Rebels right now, or?
So this is what I was going to ask you. There's 3 that I was looking at, and you know that's one of them because I know we're both on them plus 21.
Yep.
But it's either the 3 that I'm looking at are UNLV, Texas Tech, and Arizona. Those are the 3 that I'm thinking have the best chance because Oklahoma, they've won a lot of close games. You kind of don't know what you're getting out of their defense because their defense keeps getting worse, it seems like. And then USC, who the hell do you know what you get out of them? And Arizona outgained Oregon earlier this year. So I don't know. Those are the 3. I don't know. I'm assuming UNLV is your favorite of those 3.
Theoretically, yes. But I also love the that's the whole reason I love doing those early season money line round robins on dogs is because there's kind of more to just like this is what my number and price is. So like Arizona USC, it's one of those where like, yeah, USC should probably win by 3 touchdowns on average. But also like they could absolutely put up they're more likely to put up a dud that they lose the game outright to Arizona with their current situation than a typical 3 TD favorite. Like I absolutely agree with you there. And what was the one that was in between UNLV and Arizona?
Texas Tech against Oklahoma.
Oh yeah, it's like the Oklahoma's due theory.
There's a win one for and then like win one for the interim head coach because Matt Wells just got fired and everything like that. Like there's just a little bit more variance in that one too.
They all step up and Oklahoma finally drops one. I think you just got to go with UNLV because there's maybe an edge in the run game, and Nevada just like can't stop them, which is so weird to think, but there's just a chance that UNLV's like scoring 31 here, and it is close down the stretch. You would think if USC has any pride at all, they would just absolutely come out and destroy Arizona. Don't hate the Oklahoma TTU one, but I will say my number's higher. I'm pretty sure I'm for my pick every side today. I think I did OU, which sucks, but yeah, it's all right. I think it's UNLV.
All right, well, let's roll with UNLV. And honestly, I think Texas Tech was my least favorite of the 3 anyways. So I think Arizona or USC is the most volatile because there's a slight part of me that trusts Nevada a little bit more to just win straight up against UNLV, even though my number is the lowest of the 3. But so I think you're right. I think UNLV is the play, and I'm going to roll with UNLV. We'll lock that in. But I have this sneaky suspicion Arizona's going to – there's it's definitely a game script there where they do it. And who knows, maybe somebody will snipe that one on me later on in the show. But
for sure. I mean, the only difference, you get about $1 more on Arizona. It's plus 850 for UNLV, plus 945 for Arizona if you want to sway either direction. But
that's like another unit. Let me think. I'm just thinking because I have a plus 600 and a plus 490. I'm down. What am I down? 12 units right now. Jesus. And I got to win 2 of these 3. That might come into play.
Yeah, you actually might have to go with Arizona. I think you might, because if that's one of them that wins, it kind of just covers the other 2 that split, and then you're probably winning by 1 or 2. Yeah, that actually might be worthwhile.
Yeah, that's actually a good thing about this a little bit more. Yeah. All right, you know what? If I can do it, let's go Arizona.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Plus 945 Qwan on Arizona. We'll switch it. I think that's better. They're similarly likely anyway, so having the extra unit is probably worthwhile here.
Yep. Well,
right,
hopefully they both win. For both of our sakes. Let's do it.
True. Take it easy. Talk to you later.
Cool. See ya.
Strategery.
Strategery.
Who's up next?
We got Carlos. Carlos sent me his Halloween costume.
Oh,
Pretty fun.
Lord. What? He's sending you a picture of his Halloween, private DM, or is he putting it in the Discord? Carlos, can you put the picture in the Discord, or is it extra private?
I put it. I DM'd you the picture. I DM'd Qwan the picture. Happy Halloween,
you DM'd
guys.
me the picture.
Halloween. I DM'd
Okay,
you
hold
the
on.
picture as well.
Let me hit up the old Twitter machine.
My second favorite holiday, and I wanted to ask you both a question, if you don't mind.
He's trying to get into his question. He knows what I'm about to look at. How many years in a row have you done this for Halloween? That's what I want to know.
Well, that is about 4 years ago when I was dating my wife prior to us getting married. She actually okayed it. Otherwise, she was,
Otherwise, she was out.
When we got married. Exactly. Yeah. So,
Can we show this? Can we show this on air, Carlos, or no?
Sure. Absolutely. Yeah.
Right, switch the camera up. He's gonna get it. This is Carlos's.
So I wanted to ask you two.
Yeah, go ahead.
What is Preston? What's your favorite Halloween costume? And Qwan, what is one of your all-time favorite Halloween costumes? If you can go back, if you celebrate that, I don't even know if you guys celebrate that, but I was curious on you two.
Yeah, Halloween is not against my religion. It's hard to tell because of the lighting, but those are penis heads on the top there. For those that are curious, that's Carlos's Halloween costume. 69 years running.
69th edition.
So my favorite that I've ever done, let me see if I can find it. I probably posted it on Twitter. We might as well just start sharing. Larry Culpepper. Do you know who he is?
No idea.
You have no idea who Larry Culpepper is?
No. Who is that?
Dang it, it looks like I never did post it. Yep, no dice. I thought I posted it. I never did. I must have just sent it to friends. Larry Culpepper is
Dr. Pepper guy?
The Dr. Pepper guy.
Patrick.
Oh, okay.
Patrick called it?
Yeah.
Yeah. The Dr. Pepper guy from the ESPN commercials with a lot of times the sports. He's in the stands. Dr. Pepper. Anyway, I looked really good. That's my favorite all time. Plus, it's just that was always my joke for years anyway on Twitter because I don't drink alcohol, but I drink Dr. Pepper. That's my go-to. And then he got popular with the commercials, so I got a Larry Culpepper costume. It's pretty close.
I think I know Qwan. Qwan was probably Barry Sanders, I'm pretty sure.
No, never been Barry Sanders. My favorite costume, when I got to college, I did. So growing up, I didn't really get to do the extravagant cosplay. So I would throw a towel around my neck. I would make a head bandana, and I would go as Ghetto Man. So I did one in college, and it was pretty much a hit.
It's not bad.
Yeah.
Ghetto Man.
Creativity.
I love it. All right, but to the serious business on hand, can you give me any type of any odds on Hayden Buckley for the Bermuda, where he is now, to win the whole thing?
Give me a second.
Okay.
I feel like I'm going slow today. Am I going slow?
It's a really slow show.
It's we're already at 124. I'm supposed to pick a side, and I feel like we've only done 5 calls. Bermuda. What's his last name?
Buckley.
Oh.
Buckley.
33-1.
That would put him
We'll take him.
Wait a minute. That would put him at about.
I forgot. We were supposed to clip him yesterday when I was wow, 22-1. What a horrible price. Let me check somewhere. I will take it.
We still could do it.
Yeah, we need to clip that. That was one of my favorite moments this week.
That would put him at 23 units. He's down.
That would be enough if Hayden Buckley. Why Buckley? What's the angle here? Do you know him?
A little birdie told me to bet that.
He might be in line to win this one.
Yeah, man.
All right. We'll give it to you. 33-1, man. Enjoy your weekend. Halloween.
Have a great Halloween, guys. Awesome. Take care.
Love you, man. Take care.
We got Patrick.
What's up, Patrick? How are you doing?
Hey, Preston. You'll never believe this, but I have a Larry Culpepper story. Me and my friend Brandon, we went up to see a game in Iowa. It was actually the game that Iowa upset Ohio State.
Okay.
This is 2017, I think. And so we're just kind of walking around the tailgates and stuff. And Larry Culpepper was there dressed as like the Dr. Pepper guy. And like nobody knew who he was. Everybody was just kind of looking at him where it's like, who's this guy just like carrying around Dr. Peppers? So we got our picture taken with him. So I got to find that picture and I'll post it in the Discord. It's actually pretty funny. It's
You make it an NFT and I'll probably buy it for a lot of money.
And I'm wearing a Covers hat too. So. Yeah.
I have a question.
Larry Culpepper story.
Do you think they were filming that day at the game or something, or was he really just kind of going around to games every week? Is that part of his job?
I have no idea. I'm actually looking at the pictures on my laptop, and he's just standing by he's standing by a radio station. So I don't know if he was doing I have no idea.
See, my thought was always that he was just like the actor playing Larry Culpepper in the commercials, which I'm sure is true. I'm sure his real name isn't Larry Culpepper. If it's actually Larry Culpepper, God bless that man. I love him so much. But it maybe turned into him showing up at games and doing radio spots or I didn't realize maybe there was more to that persona. Now I'm intrigued. I'll have to dig in a little bit.
I bet he was doing a radio spot because, we're standing right next to like a tent, like a whatever Iowa Hawkeye radio network tent.
The actor's name.
Yeah.
James Conner.
Yeah, see, that's
sorry, I had to.
It's unfortunate. Yeah, you back to where we used to be. It's all right. I still love Larry or James. All right, Patrick, what do you got this weekend?
Okay, so obviously these weekend's games still count toward October, correct?
Yes, they do.
Okay, so if there's one quarterback who didn't score last week that is going to do anything he can do to get in the end zone this week, who would it be?
Not Patrick Mahomes.
No, not Patrick Mahomes. It would be former St. Louis XFL Battlehawk, Taylor Heineke. And I think he's going to score twice this week.
Wow.
Up in snowy Denver. So I will take him to score 2 touchdowns at plus 5,000 on FanDuel.
Plus 5,000. That seems like a bad price. Let me just go ahead and check here on the DK one. It's funny, though, because someone else, Mike called in, loved Washington. Is it worse on DK?
Yeah.
You never know, though. They like to change it.
Hold on, bud.
She hated the 2-touchdown pick.
Dad, why did you pick that?
You're just punting away.
Interject.
Yeah, Heineke's way worse on DK. All right, 50-1 it is. I don't mind it. Weirder things have happened.
Let's do it.
All right, man. We'll talk to you later on.
I'm going to post that Larry Culpepper pick. It'll make you
do it. I'll look at it right now.
All right. See ya.
Bye. First, we got 69th edition Carlos whatevers, and now we got Larry Culpepper picks. But man, yeah, it's like growing up. You have your idols. Now Larry Culpepper, I was already grown up. So of the already grown up Preston life idols, like he's up there for sure.
I just ruined everything.
No, I knew his name wasn't actually Larry Culpepper. The upside of it actually maybe being Larry Culpepper, and I didn't realize. Yeah, you saw the glimmer in my eyes for like 3 seconds. You ruined that, but it's okay. I'll be on the lookout. Let's bring in the next caller. Meanwhile,
Tom Davis. Tom Davis said he got his flight booked to host next week. So
here?
Yeah.
Wait, is he serious? Because here's the thing. I briefly mentioned, I don't know if Qwan saw on the Discord that I'm actually going to maybe be missing Friday now. So, Tom, you're flying out to Southern California?
No, I was yanking Qwan's chain.
You have subtitles for that one?
He said he was
pulling your chain, but just in case the listeners... Sorry, that one was pretty Southern. I got it, though. Look, next time you want to fly out here, we'll make it happen, Tom. You're going to have the winnings as soon as Patrick Reed wins the Bermuda. You at least fly out next month.
There we go.
What do you like today?
What do you see for the Braves to win the game tonight by 2?
By exactly 2? Or 2 or more?
By exactly 2.
Who offers that? I honestly am not sure. Did you see a price somewhere? I'll trust you.
Yeah. I see. What is it right now? 7-1.
That sounds about right. Okay. I'll give it to you at 7-1. Are you going to the game?
All right. No, Lord. It's raining like hell.
That's what Jamie said. He was calling earlier. He's right by the stadium. And we actually heard the rain in the background a little bit. So it'll be interesting. Maybe you get 2-0, 3-1, something like that. I could see it.
Yeah, I just figured that. I'd rather do that to try to get 2 touchdowns. Come on. 2 nights in a row, I get the second touchdown in both games.
You're complaining? Didn't you win a 12-1 shot over the weekend, though? Sometimes those 10 to 18 to ones don't win every single time. I know you're used to it, Tom.
No complaining, brother.
I'm just joking with you. You had what was the first one? Not the one last night. What was the Monday night one? After DK Metcalf.
Yeah, I had the running back for the other side.
Okay.
Tomorrow.
Yeah, that's what it was. And that one was like, I thought pretty good because he's just scoring first so frequently anyway. It was only like 4-1, but he had the lead at the time. That was a good pick. DK just somehow breaks one. They missed the tackle on the sideline. But yeah, it's rough. You probably would have gotten that one otherwise. Regardless, Tom, we'll lock you in tonight. Braves by 2. Good luck, man. Enjoy your weekend.
All right, brother. Safe travels.
See ya. Thank you.
We got Sarah.
Sarah, what's up, man? How are you doing?
I'm doing well, man. How about you?
Good. I was looking at the menu of the restaurant you recommended last night, trying to get my itinerary put together for next week, and I'm going to try to make that one. It's on my top 5 list, so yeah, I'll let you know if I do.
Man. Awesome, man. Do you have a Kevin Durant triple-double line or something?
I mean, probably. He's been healthy and probably playing. They also just need to win a game. It's been crazy. Remember FanDuel had it like really, really high. A lot higher than DK, so let me check real quick.
You remember when James Harden was good?
Excuse me?
You remember when James Harden was good?
You don't think he's good anymore?
I'm not saying that. I'm saying the new rules are affecting him.
You guys know Worldwide Wob?
Yeah.
I was talking to him yesterday. He went through and did game film. He watched every single James Harden play.
This season?
To that point in the season, yeah. He said it's all like his bias is the wrong word. His what's the word?
Approach.
Wow, I'm totally stumping on what it was. Rob's decision, his perspective. Thank you on this, but he said there were probably what he thought were 18 calls he would have got last year that he didn't this year, which was because he went into it thinking this is all getting overblown. Like Harden's probably just out of shape and just bad couple of games. It's not the foul thing. And he went back and watched and he's like, it's like at the time was 4 to 5 times a game. He wasn't getting a call that he was just like, again, his perspective, he watches so much basketball more than anyone I know. He thought fairly would have gotten called the last few years that haven't this year. So maybe it is a thing. It's interesting to watch. He thinks it's more that maybe it's going to affect him than just like brushing it off, which was his point, because he was going to just brush it off as a 4-game sample, whatever. By the way, in the meantime, I did look up triple-double. They don't have KD at DK. They do have Harden, though. He's 5-1. So I'm going to look up Sarb really quick on FanDuel because I believe that's who had it last time. And because he doesn't get a ton of assists, it's usually quite a bit higher for him. Was it 32-1 or something like that the other night?
Yeah. Yeah, Carlos.
22-1. 22-1 tonight.
I'll take it.
Okay, we'll lock it in. KD, 22-1, Nets, triple-double. Good luck, man. Enjoy your weekend.
Thanks, Preston. Have a good one.
See ya. Excuse me. Who's up next?
We got Fran in Chicago.
What's up, Fran? How are you doing?
Hey, Preston. I'm doing all right. How are you?
We're doing well. What do you want to look at locking in for the weekend?
I think I'm going back to Bermuda. See what the best number I can get on Chad Ramey for the weekend.
Let me see. 29-1 I'm seeing at one shop. Let me look at one more for you. Yep, 29-1 is the best out of the two I just checked.
Let's do it. Just throwing darts at this point.
If this hits, Qwan, does that put him? I'm guessing he's not like negative 10 units.
Like,
so
I think he's around even or.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, this would probably do it. We will see. Good luck, man. Enjoy your weekend. See ya.
Last two callers. We got Brian in New York.
What's up, Brian? Sorry, I was typing something real quick. How you doing?
Hey, Preston. I'm doing good. How you doing?
Doing great. Ready for the weekend. Ready for some Halloween. Hanging with my kids. Should be good. What do you want to lock in for your bet?
All right. So it's Patriots money line day, but I'm going to need a slightly bigger payout to catch the leader. So I'm going to go with something kind of similar. Hunter Henry first touchdown, 17-1.
17-1. Where is Brian at, Qwan, on the leaderboard?
He's bottom. He's at 8, 9.
Let me just check price for you. He's had a first touchdown, I feel like, a few times already.
He's leading the team in receiving touchdowns. I think he's got the first touchdown in one or two games.
17-1 is the best price. Okay. And I just realized it's the Patriots. Obviously, you're not going with Patriots, but you're going with Hunter Henry. First TD, of course. All right, man. Good luck this weekend.
Thank you, Preston. Go Patriots.
I kind of like the -4s on the Chargers now, for what it's worth. There's not a lot of them. It's moving against an NFL market, usually not good. It was 5, now it's 4.5 or even 4 a few spots. I like the 4s. Anyways, who's up next?
Last caller, Vic B.
Vic B, congratulations yesterday, sir.
Thank you.
You're the best. What are you going to, I guess, how are you playing this? What do you want to lock in for the weekend?
So, obviously, I'm down like 0.6 units or something like that. I feel like I need to make a move because, as you said, if the little birdie was wrong, that's going to be -1 unit. So I'm going to go with a slight dog, around a touchdown dog in the college football. I was wondering, I had 2 or 3 games I was considering, but I don't want to take up too much time. So I'm looking at UCLA money line, Louisville, and Michigan State. Those 3 money lines right there. Do you have any opinion about any of them?
Louisville is against NC State, right?
Louisville's getting 6.5 from what I saw. They're like 184. UCLA was 6.5 at like 190, and then Michigan State wasn't quite as high, but they're also at home, so they're like 150.
UCLA.
That's what I figured out. I was going to call you. I know you're a UCLA fan, so I was like, why don't I ride with UCLA? I mean, they're 5-3. Utah is 4-3. Utah is at home, but I follow college football pretty good, and I couldn't quote one player from Utah right now.
Sure. It's not, obviously I wouldn't be a homer about this. I put that behind me many years ago, but it's for the price. You can't really go with Michigan State because you might not catch up enough. So that one's automatically eliminated.
Right.
Plus 215 is the best option versus Louisville, and I actually think the NC State line should be higher. I actually kind of like them at -6. So that's the only reason. And I think the UCLA line I had more like 5.5 range. And so it's just a price thing. I think that's the best option.
Got you. So I got UCLA plus what, 215 you said?
215, yep.
All right.
All right, man. Good luck. Enjoy your weekend.
All right. Thank you, sir.
See ya.
We are clear until Ty and Joey call in.
They probably will call. They're going to wait it out till the final minute. I'll do my pick every game right now.
Let's just end the show now.
You could cut the stream. Sorry, guys. And then Mike comes in with his 35-1 Madison ball Sunday night. All right. By the way, did you get the pick every game up? Freaking Qwan. His face. I emailed it to you I was way ahead. I was 11. I was the earliest I've ever emailed it to you. The Qwan Media one, maybe that's the wrong email.
I will get it up now.
There's one I missed, I think, on there. So I'm going to have you add it before you build the graphic. I'm going to start going through these, and then Qwan will get the graphic done in 3 or 4 minutes. It's no big deal. Just let me know when you're ready to add one. It's 6th game down. I forgot to do Boston College Syracuse, I think. And it reminded me when Jamie, I think it was, called in, but I do need to go with the BC side. We won't get 7, but 6.5 we will use for this exercise. Wow, Quan's taking off the Spider-Man costume to get this graphic done. If I had known. All right, so just 1 second. Since I can't look up at the graphic like I usually do, let me just pull up my email to Qwan. Do-do-do-do. Do-do-do-do. I did send it, right? Okay. Oh, I see it now. Jeez. I sent a lot of emails today. Iowa plus 3.5. Ugliest game ever. It'll be fun to watch ugly, though, in this case, because they're at least good ugly. Does that make sense? Take the 3.5. The hook's just going to be worth a ton in this spot. 36.5 point total. I have a 3 exactly, basically. So that's where I'm at. Bowling Green, there's one lone 14. Defense that, look, when you're actually playing teams that aren't very good, like Buffalo, who hasn't been very good this year, it's just hard to win by more than 2 scores. There's the 114. I'll take it. My number, I think, was closer to 12. So that's where I'm at there. There is 16.5 on Duke. The 17 doesn't really exist. I think there was maybe one earlier today, but it's down to 16 even some spots. So we'll grade Duke at 16.5. I just have a 15.5. I wouldn't bet that one either. Now, again, for those that need context, I do it every Friday. I've done it for years on Twitter. We do it on the show. I just go through. If I have to pick a side, I tell you guys, I'll make note of the ones I think are bettable. Some of the ones from Monday have already moved, though, so there's only a couple. But anyways, just wanted to get that out. What did you ask? Underneath Louisville, NC State, add BC plus 6.5. That's not there, right? Cool. Thank you. And we'll get that up. You guys will be able to visualize it and see it, and it'll be up for a few minutes straight. So all good there. You guys get to stare at this lovely beard. In the meantime, Michigan State. I was right at 4. This is occasionally you have like a 4.0. Like the line's 4 everywhere. I'm 4.5. Now, Penny is juiced a little bit on the Michigan side. So is BOL. The steam's pushed that way. So I kind of just felt like that's probably trust the market kind of. Anyway, I went with Michigan -4, but truly like a 50-50 game at that price, in my opinion. So that's where we're at with that. Louisville, NC State, laid the 6 with NC State. I actually don't hate the bet. I don't know. I have it at 8. I usually would bet under 6 here, so it's getting close. I don't know if it's going to get to 5.5, though. Keeping an eye on it. There's mostly still 6.5 in the market, but circa is 6, which generally don't want to play against the circa shade as often if you can help it, so that's how I'm thinking about that. BC plus 6.5. Like I had told Jamie, I was closer to 4. I'm 4.3. And at 7, it's a buy. 6.5, it's maybe a small play if you still wanted something there. Georgia State, Georgia Southern. This one's ugly. My numbers haven't really caught up to how bad Georgia Southern has been and the fact that their coach just left the team. I think he was fired, actually, 2 or 3 weeks in. But it should be lower, just a little lower at least. I'm trying to remember where. Hold on. Yeah, Circa opened it at 3. That's closer to where I have it. But everyone's just been fading Georgia Southern. Give me the 6. I don't know what else to say. It's just too high, but not a team I trust at all. Iowa State, there's like 1-7. I have it at 7.5, so I'm just going to roll with that. Not a game I'm interested in betting, though. Indiana, Maryland. This one's tough. I know some people that like Maryland. My number's back closer to where this opened, around 3.5. So I'll take the 5.5 on the Hoosiers, but nothing I'm also betting there. This one is interesting. FAU against UTEP. UTEP's been a lot better than people anticipated entering in. Down to 10.5 though. If this hits 10, Florida Atlantic's a buy. And I had a friend actually message me about an hour and a half ago. I had no idea which way he was leaning, but I had just done all these pick every sides, and he said, "What do you make UTEP Florida Atlantic?" And I said, "If this gets to 10, just got to lay it." And he said, "Yeah, my number's closer to 14." So we're in the same boat there, eyeing it. But so relative to a lot of these other ones so far, I kind of like FAU. Even at 10.5, it's probably worth a smaller play. Miami, that's one we talked about Monday. It was 11, 10.5, 10. Now it's 9, 9.5. We'll take the 9.5 still, but wouldn't bet it now at this price. Obviously, the 10, 10.5, 11 range being pretty critical. Rutgers, lay it. Weird laying it with Rutgers on the road, but have it a little bit higher than 1.5. Minnesota, Northwestern. I don't remember what I did. That tells you how much I'm confident in this. I guess I took Northwestern plus 7.5. I just looked at the email. I don't remember what my number is, so I'm just going to look. That one's also right at 7.5. There's a plus 8 now. It moved at South Point. So I can get 8 on Northwestern. Don't worry about it for the graphic, Qwan, but I'll grade it 8 when we go over these. That one's an ugly one. It's weird because Northwestern's been a lot worse than their normal. But Minnesota's not a team in a total on the road at 43.5 that's winning by 2 scores very frequently. So I'll just roll with the 8 points. Central Florida, by the way, if there's a time, was it against Cincy? I think Nick was calling kind of like, when do we buy low on not Gabriel at quarterback in Central Florida? This might be it. I have it a little higher. Again, another one at 10, I'd probably for sure just send it to people to bet. But 10.5, we'll lay it for this case. And Temple, just look, that spot against South Florida, about as good you can get. They go from +3 to +1 close and still just get crushed by South Florida. Temple stinks. This is probably the buy on Central Florida. Vatek, take the 4.5. I know there's some weird injuries there, but it's kind of crazy that they're getting 4.5 at Georgia Tech, a team that switched from the option 1 year ago. That's all they ran. They just haven't gotten things put together, but my numbers are a little lower, so got to take the Hokies. Clemson, of course, my numbers like it at 9, but not as drastic as those 2 weeks we actually looked at Clemson as a side. Do they cover this week? I'm not sure. I know people that bet the 10s, and so now it's down a little lower. Not surprising. Just going to take the 9 for this exercise here. There we go. Boom, boom, boom. UMass, take the 36 against Liberty. Funny no one's called in and taken money line there for the sake of the contest. They're going to lose. My number's 35 for those that are curious. Just going to roll with 36 because we got to. UNT, my number's 1.5, so I'll take 2.5. Hawaii, I know Rufus liked Hawaii quite a bit. I also would disagree with his, he won't mind, he won't ever hear this anyway, but I'm pretty sure he merges a few pieces of his model together into like a weighted average, but one of his main pieces had Hawaii a favorite. Not sure about that, but I do agree with his side slightly, so we'll take the 5.5. But Utah State at home, after looking good early, they've dropped off pretty heavily. So that's probably part of the reason, is just they've looked so bad these last few weeks. BYU, Virginia, I think UVA was my pick. Yeah, it was 2.5. I'm pretty sure I was like right on, and there's like a couple 2s, and so I was like, I'll take the 2.5. So we'll roll with that. UCLA, took the 6.5 like I was telling Vic B. I'm pretty sure I had this a little bit lower. Maybe some value if it got to 7. Not sure it will, but it has been moving up the other way from open. Arizona State, this one's interesting. I think it's close to a bet here. Just the number, it's pretty much spot on. But if you guys remember the week before, there was a huge move against Wazoo because like 5 or 6, including head coach, like just couldn't coach anymore because the university said you're not vaccinated. Like, you've had plenty of time. They hadn't gotten vaccinated. I think it was 6 coaches, Rolovich plus 5 more, I believe. Anyways, they don't really have a coaching, like assistants, like O-line coach, D-line coach, receivers coach, the head coach, the guy that calls the plays. And they somehow got up. It was a weird game. They backdoored. BYU should have just covered anyway. But now it's like all week without the we're going to prove that we don't need the coaches game. Like, this could be an absolute beatdown. Plus, Arizona State against their rush defense should be totally fine. What are you looking at me for?
That wasn't the like YouTube coach that they tried to like educate, was it? Or is that Mizzou?
I have no idea what you're actually referring to. YouTube coach?
Yeah, there was a coach that like got lost in this YouTube rabbit hole about vaccinations, and they did a piece on them.
Oh, I don't think so. I just think Nick Rolovich and then there was like 5 assistants wouldn't get vaccinated, and Washington State was asking him to like all year over the off season too, and they had like a deadline on it, and I think they just thought it would blow over, but the university stuck to it, and Rolovich they're suing him. There's like going to be a whole lawsuit about wrongful termination and all this, but it's just a lot of extracurricular whatever that I if anything, you just lay it with ASU. Seems like a high number because Washington State isn't bad, but it's just a weird spot now to prep from BYU to ASU without any of your main coaches. It's just couldn't back them. I think I have Cal, right? Yeah, there's 1-2 there. I'm more like a pick game, so I actually might have had California like a 51% favorite, something like that. So I'll take the 2 there. Arizona, I believe. Yep, I had that closer to 20, so I took that. And if Nick's right, maybe they win the game outright. Be fine with that. Wyoming, give me the 3, only because there's some 2.5s in the market, and seem to be the sharper books. And also, I think I was like 2.9. It was like right on the border, but nothing crazy there. Oregon, minus 24. I think I was closer to 27 on this, but it's moved the other way. So now it's like, okay, this is about right where it opened. Now it's coming down to where if it got to 23.5, I'd probably have to consider just laying it with Oregon. Marshall, FIU, ugly one, but give me the 22. Okie State, another one against Kansas. Got to lay it. It should be 31. Give me the 30, I guess. That's where I'm at least. La Tech, I know a few people that bet this. I'm like at 6. It's not quite enough, but I'll lay the 4 for this. Lafayette, have it a little bit higher, so give me the 21. There's also one spot actually now that I'm looking that's 20.5. So probably can just grade that. That's fair. Southern Miss, Middle Tennessee State, 14. Ugly. Don't really want to talk through that one because I got nothing. Purdue, Nebraska. We're getting through these. Give me the 8 on Purdue. That was one on Tuesday. We played over 49.5, 50, 50.5. Blasted up, so don't bet it anymore. It should be around 54, and that's 53.5 now. So stay off, but give me the 8 for the sake of this. On the side, Vandy, I think this is one that Nick locked in for Last Word Cheetah's leaderboard money line. Don't hate it. I also have it closer to 14, so give me the 16.5. Would bet 17 for sure. TCU, priors, everything. Just love TCU. Their defense stinks. Somehow they have the worst defense under Gary Patterson ever. They keep underachieving, but give me the 3.5. Just can't stay away. Kentucky, I have them small favorite. Give me the 1.5. OU, we talked about this game. Super wide variance potential here. I had it like 3 TDs, so lay the 19. Ohio State moving up to 19.5 now. Had a lot of questions about this earlier in the week, but I was higher, so this is the side I got to roll with. There's 118.5 at Westgate. Just sitting there. Not much of a difference between 18.5 and 19.5, but I will take it. SMU, Houston. Interesting one. I know people on both sides of this game. I have SMU a small favorite, so give me the +1. But I also think there's upside on the SMU side. Houston basically defensively has looked really, really good because they've played horrible passing offenses. and haven't been tested, and SMU should absolutely test them. And there's a chance the Houston pass defense just isn't as good as they actually have portrayed in the numbers to this point. So I like that. Texas +3. Boom, 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 boom. There might not be any threes left, so I'll roll with 2.5. Let me just check a couple more spots. Darn. It was 3 a couple spots still earlier. Anyways, it's gone. We'll grade it at 2.5. Yeah, 153. So, no, that was yesterday. So, anyways, a couple books have moved since like 10:30, 11 a.m. when I was going through these. All good. We'll grade it at 2.5. I had it closer to pick. Baylor, small favorite for me. By the way, the rumor on the Auburn having like 10 guys out, the drug test being suspended, there are some guys out. True, none are starters. Our friend that gave me that heads up earlier in the week confirmed that no starters. So we feel safe about our early week Auburn play now. I'll take the 2.5s that are still in the market for this. Florida, give me the 14.5. There was one 14.5. Yeah, Caesars, Will Hill. If you can bet there, I think that's actually a pretty okay bet. I think that's another one Nick played on the money line. Just high. I know Georgia's graded out so good, but Florida's offense can score some. I truly believe that. And as bad as Clemson looked early in some of Georgia's results since, obviously Clemson's offense, not good. So we kind of overrated that first week some. Florida's probably the time to sell Georgia's here. That's what I'm getting at. Cincy Tulane, Cincy's been steamed. I don't know. It's 27.5 now some places. They got steamed even more since I was going through this. I'll take the 27.5. Not quite enough for me to bet it. 28.5. I'd probably really have to consider it, though. I'm pretty sure I'm like a little over 20. I'm like 24.5. Circa opened at 23.5. It's just been constant Cincy steam. I'll fade it just because I have to pick a side. App State, off the big win at home against ULL, lay the 26.5 now. There's 126.5. I think that you just got to trust the numbers. The letdown spot, whatever. It's not a massive thing here. Arky State, we played this one Monday at 10, down to 9. I still take the 9 for this. Wouldn't bet it at 9. I believe Monday I said only 10s. Why are you smiling? We only got like 3 games left. 5 games left. Charlotte, take the 18. Boise, lay the 2 or 2.5. That's an actual bet. That's one that hasn't moved much yet at all. 2.5 is a buy for me. UNC, take the 3.5. Washington, there's a lone 3. I took it. There's 2 actually at prominent books. So give me the 3. I think Stanford should be a small favorite. Last one, Fresno +1. All right. Continue. What? I need a drink. I just talk straight like that for 15 minutes. I need to calm down. Go ahead.
So we're waiting on 2 callers. And
neither of them are.
No, that's not it at all.
I mean, it's 158. We have a day 3 who wants to be a betting extraordinaire.
When you were doing your sides, Joey called in, which he's here now. So, Joey, you're on. Joey called in. I said, right. Joey, we're doing the sides. Can you call back in? And he said, yeah, I'll call back in 10 minutes. Ty just called like a minute and a half ago and said, did Joey call in? I said, yeah, but he hung up. He's going to call in after we do the sides.
So did Ty hang up?
Ty said, I'm going to hang up. I don't want to go.
Got to do what you got to do. All right, Joey. Put up the leaderboard one more time so people understand there's a 3-headed monster on top here. Joey's a half unit basically back from Ty. What are you going to roll with, man?
Well, it's a tough situation because I'm like 1.46. I mean, I'm 0.46 right now, right?
Yeah.
All right. So I'm not watching it. I don't really have a visual, but so I got to try to do something that'll win me 1.47 or more, or else he might just take in like Cincinnati money line or something.
Correct.
So do you allow points betting?
We haven't ever done that. We can't do that now.
Okay. All right. Then you know what? Give me an alternate line on the Carolina Panthers to like -1. That should be like around +150.
Okay. I mean, they're playing the Falcons, so I can see it already. Let me just check real quick. I actually kind of like +3 for what it's worth there.
Yeah, I do as well.
Darnold's just been so bad.
Yeah, it's a tough game, but it's what you got to do sometimes.
All right, I got the alternate spread -1 +150. Yeah, that would be enough if he gets his 1 unit.
All right, let's go with that.
Which you put him in a weird spot now, by the way, because now he can't just do that because he loses. He can't just take Cincy.
Exactly. So he has to make a plus money pick or just fade me pretty much. But then Vic B might catch him, so we'll see.
Yeah, I got to think through this for him a little bit, but well done. We'll lock you in for that, and good luck this weekend.
All right, thank you guys. Take care.
See ya. Qwan, remind me, Vic B went with the +215 UCLA, right? Can you put up the leaderboard again? Okay, so that would give Vic the win too. So Ty has to, so it would be 16.9, 17.4. He needs to win 1.55.
He's on.
Yeah. You need to win 1.55 in the case Vic B wins with UCLA. Or you stay away, they both lose, they're both underdogs,
Big B,
and you win.
Big
assuming
B has something in play.
Oh, that's right. Vic B actually has the golf. So Vic B would only get to 16.5. What's Ty at? Okay. So that's true. You don't necessarily need to go as big if you are going to play something. All right, Ty, what are you thinking about? I'm kind of thinking it through as we're obviously talking here.
I mean, I think the percentages say to just play it super conservative and take the 1 unit and hope that, and then I got to become a Utah Utes fan. Is that accurate?
No, because Joey just took the Panthers at -1 +150. So you'd need to be a Falcons fan too. He did it so that if you only win 1, if the Panthers win by more than 1, you lose.
Yeah, but I'm not worried. I mean, I'm less worried about Vic B, so I'm just going to take the Panthers alt line as well.
Okay. Yeah. You could do that. You could just copy it, and then you're going to be ahead of Joey no matter what. And then you have to hope Vic B, Utah takes care of business at home, and the golfer doesn't win.
There's lower percentage chances that other guys in this group, like the dude who called in Madison last TD, I'll give him a lot of credit. That's really clever to make us sweat it out until Sunday night. So, I mean, that's what I'm going to do because I see the biggest – I also like the Panthers side there as well. So I think that's a really good play by Joey. But having the lead, I guess it gives me the right to just go with – if I see him as my top competition, to go with him. And
hold on a second. I just thought of something. You good for another minute?
Yeah, I'm good.
So if you take, let's just walk this through a little bit. Put the leaderboard back up. I know you love my face, Qwan. But we need to make sure people can visualize the math. If you go with Joey -1 +150 and you're both right, you obviously win. If Vic B loses, you're still going to win. If you guys all lose, you're good. So you're trying to mirror that. But if you and Joey both win, but Vic B hits UCLA, I'm just checking. Yeah, you'll be good. But if you and Joey lose and Vic B hits UCLA, you're going to lose. So one thing I thought, what if you took Carolina +3 in case, because here's what happens. If it wins, no, then Joey would actually be ahead. You need to go Carolina +2.5. It gives you outs. Yeah. It gives you outs to, see what I'm saying?
Yeah, so is there so there's no real situation there. Yeah,
that Joey could beat you.
Right, and then I protect myself against
and you protect yourself.
Ultimately, I'm losing.
You can win now
Yeah.
if it lands by Carolina by 1 or Atlanta by 1 or 2, and you'd literally win and beat Joey if they win by 2 or more by .01 units, because the plus 2.5 is plus 105.
Yeah, and then either way, I'm still a Utah fan, because if Joey and I both lost and UCLA came in, then Vic would win, correct?
Correct, but what this gives you now, I'm glad I thought this through. If Carolina loses by 1 or 2, let's say, you still win, and so even if UCLA wins, but the golf bet loses that he has, you still win. You see what I'm saying?
Okay. Yeah, let's go Carolina plus 2.5, and then also there's some clarity when I get to Sunday, because UCLA would have played, and we'll know what the situation is there, and then
you'll know.
There's always the possibility of a hedge or something.
Yeah, you won't even have to unless you really wanted to. But yeah, if UCLA wins and it's 16.25 for Vic B, but his golfer is going to lose, excuse me, so he'd be at 14.25 plus the 2.15. So yeah, he'd be well behind a Carolina Panthers cover. So, but it also gives you a little bit of edge in case because here's the thing: if you go and just copy Joey and that bet loses, and Vic B hits UCLA, but the golfer loses, you still lose. So this basically covers your bet there. So yeah, this basically gets you covered on Vic B and UCLA.
All right, let's do it. Let's go Utah, and then we'll hope Sunday plays out with the Panthers.
Yeah, you're actually kind of rooting for them to lose by 1 or 2. It doesn't really matter, but it'll be interesting now. And the Falcons games always go down the wire, so it'll be a sweat for everyone.
Yeah, that's great. Maybe late night make Qwan put it all the possible scenarios into the Discord, like a paragraph.
This is Halloween.
I can put them in later. That's fine. It's really pretty simple now. You have Joey covered. If Carolina wins by 10, like, you're still good. You're going to win by 0.01 units. Vic B, if Carolina gets crushed, is going to win if UCLA wins outright. But now you have that extra pocket where if it's a close game, it lands 1 or 2, you also win no matter what happens with UCLA. So that's basically the scenario.
Yeah. All right. Thanks for talking me through it. Appreciate it, guys. Have a good weekend.
No problem. Take it easy. It's funny how that actually played out, the prices, because, the 2.5 plus 105 literally gets them 1 cent more.
We got one caller, Hunter B.
Just now?
Just not, like right after Ty.
Didn't he call at the beginning?
Oh, yesterday. This is Hunter.
Oh, Hunter B. Okay. He's coming in hot with like a 70-1. Let's listen. Yeah. Hunter, what's up, man? How are you doing?
Preston, there was a lot of complex math going on right there, and I'm literally walking around the grocery store right now.
Getting ready for a party?
No, I'm shopping for all my kids. I got 3 kids, and, Halloween's right
Got
around
it.
the corner. So, yeah. Can I get Matt Fitzpatrick live in Bermuda? I think around 25-1. I'm not even sure if that would get me over the line at this point. I think.
What about 41-1? You want 41-1?
That would be a lot better, yeah.
Yeah, I see 41-1 at FanDuel. I'm checking right now at DraftKings. Just a second. 55-1. 55-1 at DraftKings.
Yeah.
All right.
Done. He was the pre-flop favorite. He's playing pretty well. He just had a few big numbers, so I'll take it.
Cool. We'll lock it in. Probably get you the W if he can pull it up. Talk to you later.
All right. Thanks.
See ya. He waits at the buzzer.
That's going to be the one. Tom has
Well,
it.
because the other people that have it only have it at 10-1. Yeah. So now 55-1. If it cashes, he wins.
Yeah.
That was good.
That was a lot of math.
It was, but
just tell me who won.
I'm glad I thought of that, because if he had just copied Joey, if UCLA wins, Vic B wins the whole thing. Now he at least has that extra equity of it lands 1 or 2, and he'll just win no matter what happens with UCLA. So yeah, I just had to sit on it for a minute. Who's up? What?
That's it.
Okay. We got Who Wants to Be a Betting Extraordinaire. Record 7 contestants playing for $250 today. My job is on the line. They were yelling at me. Actually, they weren't yelling at me. I gave away a bunch of money yesterday in the Discord, and there's 7 of you. The question's going to be pretty hard. It's always a pretty big underdog in the 2-1 range on day 3. I got to figure it out still. Me and Qwan are going to discuss. We'll be live in 5 minutes. Day 3 of Who Wants to Be a Betting Extraordinaire here on Bets TV. Have a good weekend, everybody.